Alright, glad you were able to get stuff over. Sorry things have been crazy for you. I don't know. Definitely bad to hear insurance was dropped. I don't even have insurance, so one of these days that's gonna have to change, right? Well, we got some things to check out. I'll say this, the rhythm for the most part, like, so I think one of them, yeah, number two at the high speed thing's a little off. Um, but it's a hand motion, pick direction we need to take a look at. Number three was the best out of the bunch. Nothing to look at there, but we do have stuff to look at for numbers one and two. I'll point this out. So the scales, you forgot one. You didn't play the open position B Locrian. So, gotta be able to hit that one too before we go on with the scale stuff, okay? Gotta get that open position in as well. So, next video, if you do have to send in videos due to travel, make sure that's included, okay? All of them. Again, starting down here, and then climbing all the way up, playing that B Locrian shape up here, and then open position too. Gotta have both. Alright. So let's take a look at number one here. Let's see, it's around Mark 2, 26. I'm going to play this at half speed. So what's going on at once you get up to this pace is the pick direction goes away. Watch that right hand. Here we go. So right there, and actually I need to bring those back up. Let's see, two, that's one. So where it's starting off, supposed to be going down, down, up, down, down, up. So that was all good through that, but then when you got here, instead of going up, down, you went down, up. Okay, try it even slower here. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Right there, you did that downstroke when it should have been an up. Actually, just in case the sync is all out, I'm going to turn off the desktop audio and just turn this up. Right there. Should have been an up, you went down. Down, 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 up. Right there should have been an upstroke, but you went down. I think that hopefully that gets the part across. I don't know how to talk tonight. So yeah, after a certain speed, you're losing pick control direction. So, I mean, to be fair, I think I mentioned that we skipped some steps with you to see what would happen. So, uh, yeah, got to do the same rhythm, just different notes, and I also set it up in a way that for the most part, when you're changing strings, um, you would be doing a pick direction that may not feel natural to your hand. So we're doing it that way, making it extra difficult on purpose, so you can you have to pay a bit closer attention to what that right hand is doing. Get rhythmically, it's ended up being okay, I believe. Let me keep listening here. So yeah, rhythmically, yeah, that's fine. But one of the things that we're doing is trying to have that old pick control. And if you're not noticing your pick is doing something that you don't want it to do, we want to fix that. All right, number 2, I have 317 marked. Let me see. Okay, so what's happening here, I think it was the right hand direction, is the timing. The timing. You're behind. Right there, that last stroke, the one that played right before I paused, that's when you were off beat. You waited too long. And then that upstroke that happened right before I paused, you played that upstroke when the metronome clicked. So that's the issue with this guy, is that the fast tempos, you're not hearing the fact you are behind and you're not staying in. Like there's a lot of upstrokes going on there, so it is easier to lose track of where you are on those parts. So, yeah, that's what I was hearing on this stuff. You're just not keeping the rhythm there, or keeping it in time. Let's listen to that slowly. Yeah. So that second bar, that's when you start to drift off. So that is something to keep in mind. You're working it up. So with it only being just a couple of days until Wednesday, we're just gonna do two things here, and because it's the same rhythm that you have been working on, hopefully you can pick this up fairly quick. So yeah, the name of the game for number 1 is really watching the pick direction. Now that might also become an issue with number 2 this week as well, because of how I put everything. Wait a minute, that's not it. Here we go. So yeah, even with like number 2, I think you had more success getting to picking the correct direction with number 2 from last time, because we weren't changing strings a bunch. So we're making things more difficult on purpose just to make sure you can really put some focus on how you're picking, what direction it's going, and all that. I get one point in a video you said, I'm not sure if that was right, but I hope so, and then you moved the speed up. Important thing to remember this. Remember this always when it comes to these practice things. Every single time you question if it was correct or not, assume it was not. Assume it was not. You always need to be in the realm of, I know it was right. You need to feel that it was correct. So never assume it was. If you think it was incorrect, if you think there was a possibility of it being incorrect and you just weren't sure, just assume it was incorrect and try it again. Okay, number 1. And you can work up each bar individually too. Like play each bar by itself, loop the same bar over and over again just to get comfortable with it. Make sure that right hand's doing what you want. But here we go. Number 1 at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Number 2, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm sliding my hand in that bar, so hitting the 7 and 8 with my first and second, and then sliding down, hitting the 6 and 5, second, first. Little ring finger for that 7 at the end of the bar. Anyway, 240, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Long note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Theory. Let's continue to the next thing. So you had tabbed or labeled all that stuff that was originally tabbed out, and hopefully you ran through everything. So I think you said you did. Anyway, it is now your turn to fill in the chords and the chord names and the mode name at the end here. So you got the Roman numerals above each bar telling you what chord to put in. This is going to look exactly like Well, exactly. The same way the notes are structured in terms of like, you got your 4/8 notes and then a quarter note, 4/8 notes and a quarter note, and then you're running your scale here at the end. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes, 9 notes. So just like you did with the scales you've done before. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 notes there. So what you where you start over here is where you're going to start here, just like the thing you labeled everything with. So the string you're going to start on is listed at the end of every line. So with your low E string, that's the root note for the first chord. Your job is to go from one chord to the next in the shortest distance possible. The first two are the easiest progressions to do. When you get here, things start getting a bit tricky. That's because you need to make sure that this chord can easily get back to the first chord because of the repeat. And where, again, so this is going to be starting on the D string, where your scale or your mode is also going to start on the D string. So hit the letter A to enter in your chord names, as well as the mode names. I think you know that already. But the chord names, yes. Now you do it with the mode names too. And then, yeah, before you start practicing any of the stuff, send over what you got filled in. Make sure that it is done the best way possible. And if there are any suggestions I have to tighten up the movement, I'll let you know what to do or where to look anyway. Oh, goodness. Ooh. But, yeah, that's the theory stuff there. So, but yeah, like, you sending in the videos is exactly why I always want to make sure everybody sends something in instead of my just assuming that everything was done 100% correct. Because you never know. You never know. I mean, I don't think you've ever had any, like, pick direction issues so far. But hey, not a big deal. It happens. That's why we're doing this, right? So, yeah, just wanted all that pointed out there. Yeah, watching yourself. This just reminds me, I think I may have forgot to answer someone's question. Whoops. I need to go look that up. Yeah, like watching yourself if you ever make videos, and just to make sure that everything looks and sounds correct. It's a good thing to do. All right. Hopefully your neck is getting better. Just let me know if you need to do video stuff again. That's totally fine. And then, just kind of get to your stuff when I can in between other people. And yeah, any questions, let me know. And I will either see you on Wednesday or in a video.